afternoon. My name is Nix Marikuma, and I'm the owner of Marikuma Healing, where I do card readings through playing cards. I do palm readings. I read the line on your hands, and I also offer counseling with advice. We talk all about our mind, body, and soul, healing ourselves within, embracing our uniqueness, as well as a bunch of witchy, magical, spiritual things on this channel. All right. That being said, we are doing Gemini's general reading. Now, for you guys who follow me on Instagram and TikTok, we have not done y'all's general reading yet. Okay. And I've been MIA because one, I've been doing YouTube. I've been focusing my time on here. And two, I'm trying really hard to get as much Spanish videos like already done, like the translations out of the way, so we can actually get that started, because I did it last year for my business. I didn't have YouTube back then, and I'm trying to bring that back up because a lot of you guys follow me all around, and majority of you guys speak Spanish, and I kind of just want to be able to have my videos easy, like easy access, you know what I mean? Like, it makes y'all don't have to listen to me speaking English, because it'll also have like Spanish videos for you guys as well. Also, it helps me learn because I used to kind of speak it okay, like mediocre at best, but the more that I speak it, the more I can be able to remember it. Anyways, without further ado, right? Let's get this party started. Now, Gemini, I pulled out all y'all's cards. You guys are in your present dealing with encouragement and enjoying fruits of your labor. So that means all this hard work is finally paying off. Or it's about to pay off, okay? When it comes to encouragement, I just want y'all to remember, yes, it is always important to have people to encourage you, lift you up, build you all the way, all right? It's real important. But it is also important to encourage yourself, okay? Sometimes people don't know that you need encouragement, okay? Sometimes people don't understand that you need somebody to like raise them, okay? I need someone to raise me up and let me feel like I'm something. So don't forget to do that for yourself as well, okay? You can be everybody's confidant, but don't forget to be your own confidant. Don't forget to fill in your own cup. Yes, I took that off of Arcane, okay? Which is a really good, like, it's a good show on Netflix, okay? If y'all have played the game, great. I think you guys may like the show adaptation. Anywho, we're not talking about shows, but I took that off of Vendor. All right, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit scattered today. All right, yeah, like I was saying, don't forget to encourage yourself. Your present situation ties into new ideas. This is caused by loss of position, job, and money. So you guys are getting out of old opportunities, things that have been there but are not working out. And you're working on figuring out new ways to get new stuff, right? So for some of you guys, maybe you guys have lost your job or you're thinking about changing careers. You want to get something new, something that's not what you've been doing, right? Change the scenery, if you will. That's great. When it comes to new ideas, it ties into y'all being creative. You're going to have to be able to think outside the box, okay? This is showed on what you're radiating, your energy that you're giving out into the world is creativity and charisma. So you're tapping into your charms, Gemini. You're tapping into like, okay, I am naturally outgoing, or I'm naturally charming, or I'm naturally smart. Whatever draws people to you, you are tapping into it, okay? And I want you guys to understand that is great. Again, like I've told Taurus, use your powers for good, man. Use your powers for good. Don't go over there and manipulate people to doing things that you want, okay? I'm not saying that you guys are doing that at all, but using your charms does not mean using and abusing people, okay? Network. Network is a really important thing to know. When you're networking, you're connecting with people that have resources that you want, and you're making a genuine connection. For example, right? If I had a bunch of crystals, all right, these beautiful crystals from amethyst to tourmaline to howlets and more. And I needed to have metal, right? You guys have metal. You have gold and silver and bronze, but you're tired of making plain jewelry. You want to have something with a little bit razzle and dazzle. We can work with each other, okay, to get it done. So I can give you guys some of my crystals and you can exchange some of your metals, and I can make my crystals into something beautiful, and you can make your own jewelry. We can combine our ideas and put forth our companies, right, to build something as one. And we can make our own jewelry company. This is me having the resources that you need and you having the resources I need, and we're making it into something. Okay, it's genuine, it's respect, and it's building up. We're building each other instead of me using you and you using me. A lot of people think networking is like that. It shouldn't be. Is it? It can, yeah, but for the most part, it should be genuine connections, not manipulating and using and abusing people. Anyways, I know that we're talking about charisma and charm, and somehow we got into this whole thing, but yeah, just use your charm to help you build yourself, okay? If you can connect with people that can help you out with new opportunities and things, go for it. I suggest that instead of just going for any opportunity, go for things that work for you, okay? Because your outcome is new insight and realization. And this means you're going to see people, things, and opportunities for what they are, what they will be, what they are going to become. Okay? We're not seeing things with red lenses. We're not ignoring the red flags. We're not going over there and being like, well, this thing's a little bit alarming, but it's not that bad now, is it? I mean, I think it's going to change. I don't think it's going to be permanent. Listen, if it looks like a bad thing, if it's too good to be true and it feels off, don't do it. Don't do it. There's a reason why your body, your spirit is not for this, okay? Your intuition will let you know about a lot. And before y'all say it's only for ladies, my men, my ladies, my people, okay, my queens, kings, and royals. Intuition is for all, okay? It's genderless. It doesn't tie into specific gender. Yes, I said what I said and I meant it. And I'd say it again. I would, truly and honestly. If something feels off, listen to it. Now, sometimes you got to take a chance, but if something in your heart of hearts and your soul of souls says that something is up, listen to it. Your intuition is right 99% of the time. Now, that one rare percent is when it's wrong, but make sure that you look at your opportunities that you're coming into, all right? With clear eyes, clear quartz, okay? You see what it is, not what you want it to be, not what you're hoping it will become. If it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, and it walks like a duck, it's a duck. It's not a poodle, it's not a fish, it's not whatever. It is what it is, okay? Just being honest and being a little bit direct. But don't go over there and try to make something that is not for you, for you. It's not meant for you. It is not yours to open, okay? Now, that being said, when it comes to creativity, because again, your situation ties into new ideas. You're going to have to be creative, and you're also going to have to figure out things that work for you, all right? When it comes to creativity, because that's the energy you're giving out, as well as tapping into your charms, right? You have one problem. Does not mean you only have one solution. You have one problem that can have multiple solutions. One solution can solve many problems, okay? When you think about it and you think that way, you can overcome a lot of things, all right? You don't have to be tied down to one thing. I am curious, will I ever get y'all's chats, or y'all can't talk to me when we're doing these lives? I don't know. Anyways, that's okay. I just started, so I'm not expecting to be like a big potato person on this, because I just started, so I'm still small potatoes. Anyways, all right, yeah. So we talked about loss of position, jobs, and money. You guys are getting rid of old opportunities. You're looking for newer things that are beneficial and will help you lift up. All right. Your future ties into planning and preparing. You are going to be organized on how you go and get your stuff, okay? We're not just jumping into it. Know what you're getting into. Know what you're getting into, man. Don't just jump on something because it looks good. A lot of pretty things hide some ugly stuff inside, all right? All right. Now, mentally, you guys are all about your independence and standing on your own and having confidence in yourself. Emotionally, you want family, contentment, and joy. You want to have people surrounding you that you love and care about, as well as having happiness and peace of mind. So, with these being in there, I feel like you're going to have to, I want to say it like this. You don't want to be by yourself, but at the same time, you want to have your own freedom. You know what I mean? Like, I love my family and I love my friends. I do not tell them this as much as I ought to. I really don't. Okay, because I kind of just get busy and then I feel like I'll do it next time and next time never comes. But as much as I love my family, I do want to have my own stuff. Okay, like I do want to be able to do things by myself and have my own little freedom without having to worry or be surrounded by other people, you know? That doesn't mean that I don't love my family. It doesn't mean that I don't care about my friends. It just means that I want my own independence. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to be around my loved ones. At the same time, I also want to have time for me. I want to do things that I want to do that I know my family may not be for, like exploring, right? I want to be able to walk around and do my own stuff without having to worry about this, that, or the third. And I think you guys are kind of at that right now. Like mentally, you want to do your own stuff. Emotionally, you want to be surrounded by your family. You can do both. Okay. Just because you want to be around family doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your independence to be with other people. This goes for all relationships. Some people need to have somebody with them 24/7. Like they're very codependent. Other people can have each other and also have time for themselves. Like if you have your partner or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whatever, your husband, your wife, your significant other, right? And they have their time where they're going out with their friends and you're at home. That's time for you to have time for yourself. And they have some time to blow off steam and have time with their friends and their people. And then you guys come back at the end of the day and have time with each other. Like it's possible. I know some people may not think that way, but like it's possible. You can have your space, you know. You don't have to be surrounded by people all day long. I mean, Jesus Christ, you know. May God not strike me down for saying that. I know somebody's going to be like, how dare you say the Lord's name in vain? It happens quite often in this channel, and I apologize for that. On top of numerous swears and curses, so you've been warned. Don't say I didn't warn you. Yeah, it's okay. I think also for your new opportunities also gives you some wiggle room to do your own stuff. Because I was talking about this with Libra when I was doing their reading in Instagram. And y'all need an opportunity. Like, here's the thing. Whatever you go for, okay? And then we're going to go into the next one. Whatever you need, Gemini, make sure you go for things that give you wiggle room. You are not a slave to your job. You have time to do things that you want. Like you work and you have your work self. Then you go home and you have your private life, okay? You're not all about the hustle and the grind. And at the same time, you're not out here not doing anything and not being productive. Find the balance, okay? Make sure that whatever job or whatever opportunity, whatever project that you're going after works for you, okay? In the sense that it gives you time to have your own time. It allows you to have time with your loved ones, time with yourself, and you're able to work and make money, okay? I know that a majority of us are having to get second jobs because things have gotten stupidly expensive. Like my family has been telling me about the shenanigans that's been going on, and I'm godsmacked is what I can say. I'm dumbfounded and I'm godsmacked because like It used to not be this insane, okay, but it's gotten cuckoo cuckoo. Now, that being said, find something that gives you that kind of balance, all right? Now, energy you're radiating, energy that you are receiving. Let's get into it. As always, talking about how energy works a little bit, all right? Which is probably why these general readings last so dang long. All right. When we have energy, we attract what we give, okay? So when we're dealing with peasant energy, I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. Peasant energy are people that are always negative, never happy, constantly complaining, and no matter what you do, you can never please them. Those are peasant energies, also known as energy vampires, all right? There are people in this world that are so negative and so unhappy that when you try to do something for them, they will leave you so drained. Okay, like people just suck the life out of you. I know that's a figure of expression, but it's actual thing. Like people really do suck the life out of you. Okay, you go in there fully charged 100%. You're dealing with them, trying to make them happy. They're never happy. They're always complaining. Nothing's ever good enough for them. They only see the negative and the nasties, and they can't understand that life is full of lessons and lessons. All right. In this life that we live, there are going to be people who are going to teach you things, situations that are going to teach you, opportunities that are going to teach you what you want for yourself, how to go about it, and how to handle things. Those are the lessons, all right? Are the lessons always fun? No, sometimes they're a major pain in the ass, but it is what it is, you feel me? All right. Now, that being said, some things are a blessing. And I know that I sound very country when I say this, but it's true, okay? It's not a Southern expression, it's real. Blessings and lessons exist in this world and exist in this life that we have, all right? And when you have a blessing, it's people or situations or opportunities that come to help you, okay? This person gives you a hand and they help you on your feet. They give you an opportunity to better yourself and get things that you need. Those are blessings. They come in disguise, all right? You don't always know when you're being blessed. Sometimes you think you're getting a lesson and it's actually a blessing. And sometimes it's reversed. You think you're getting a blessing, but you're getting a lesson. All right? And as annoying as it is, it's essential, okay? Because if you don't get your lessons, you won't understand how the world works. You don't know how to handle certain opportunities and situations because you're so used to things working out your way. As much as it would be really cool for that to work for all of us, it doesn't work out that way sometimes, all right? And you got to learn to be able to be adaptable, okay? Be able to flow with whatever the current may be. And it sounds like a bunch of hippy dippy baloney. I promise you it's not, okay? But that's what you have to understand with your energy. Whatever you go through is to teach you or to bless you. So when you have a peasant energy, the reason why you get constantly bad things handed to those people is because the universe and the higher power look at them and be like, well, they're not ready for the blessing. They're still waiting for the lesson. They like these negative things. I mean, they can't see that this pen is actually, can be used for multiple stuff, or that this bundle is not fancy, but you can still use it. It still works the same. You don't have to have all the bells and whistles. You feel me? So, yeah. That being said, when it comes to positive people, right? Because positive energy, I promise you, I'm going to wrap it up as fast as I can. But I want you guys to understand when we say whatever you're radiating, you're receiving back, okay? It's not us trying to be all above it. Your energy is real. Your vibration and your frequency is real. Whatever you genuinely feel will come back to you. Because anybody can fake emotions, can fake expressions, can fake action, but you can't fake your inner vibration, okay? The frequency, the vibe, the energy that you give truly is what you're going to receive back, because that's the real deal. So when you're having positive energy does not mean that you're happy all the time. It doesn't mean that you're always looking on the sunny side. It just means that when shit hits the fan, you feel what you gotta feel, you get back up, dust yourself off, and keep on going. You can't be stopped because of bad things. That's easier said than done, man, I know, but when you constantly are getting tied down by the negative, you're not able to see the positive that's around the corner. Okay? So, just letting y'all know, understand how to work your energy and your vibration, and make sure that you're truly radiating what you want. Okay? So, if you want good things, you have to be able to, no matter how much times you get knocked down, be like Spider-Man, get back up. Get back up again, dust yourself off, and keep on keeping on. It's coming. You're just getting through the war zone, you know? All right. Now, that being said, again, giving up creativity and charisma, you're tapping into your charms and you're thinking outside the box. You're getting back, right? That's what you're bringing out. So, what you're receiving is competition and disagreement. Competition is supposed to be a fun game, okay? When you're competing, it should always be a fun game. It should be something enjoyable, you know? I'm sorry, hold on. Sorry. I've been trying to figure out, I'm doing this video, but I'm also trying to figure out how to do chat. So I think I'll just figure that out later. So I sometimes try to do 2 or more things at the same time. Yeah, you guys are going to figure out a lot of things about me while we're doing these readings. Anywho, competition is a fun game, okay? So it should not be something that you have to dominate me, I have to dominate you, there has to be the best, the very best, and whatever. It should always be something that encourages you to reach your goals in a fun and playful way. My mom used to make us drink water, okay? And if y'all have kids or have to raise children, whatever the setup may be, y'all know that a majority of kids don't like drinking water, man. Like, we rather have juice or soda or something sugary. And yeah, we'll drink the water, but if you gave us juice or water, we'd probably choose the juice. Okay? I'm just being honest. So my mom found out a fun way to get us hydrated and also make it into something that's fun, right? So she'd be like, okay, if you drink this bottle of water faster than me, I'll give you an extra scoop of ice cream, or we can go get our nails done or something, right? There'd always be like a little prize, but she would always make it into a fun game. She's like, you finished this bottle of water, but you need to drink now 4 bottles of water today. Then we can go over there and do this instead of that. So, it just kind of made it something playful. The moment that it gets too much, it stops being a competition and starts turning into an argument. All right. That also being said, know who you're competing with. Because Gemini, if you're just setting up a personal goal, right? You're setting up your personal goal and you're trying to meet your own goal. Like, you just competing with yourself. That's great. Start small. Start small. Don't take the biggest and the baddest mamma jamma, bro. Don't do that. Start off small and then build up, because little goals are a lot easier to accomplish than having our hopes and our dreams set up to something massive and we don't get it. Because imagine you putting all that hard work to get this big goal and you don't even reach it. That will kind of be a little bit devastating for some of y'all. You know what I mean? So if you start off small, it builds you up, okay? Slow and steady, because at least you're not putting all your eggs in one basket and you're kind of getting yourself a feel for it. You're getting yourself ready, steady, and having some structure build. Now, when that comes to sometimes competing with other people, again, make sure that it's fun and they know. Okay, let them know that you're competing with them. Because a lot of times we compete with people that don't know we're competing with them. I love my siblings, okay? There's 5 of us if you count myself. I have an older sister. I'm the second oldest on my dad and the first oldest on my mom. And then I have my younger siblings next to me. So my siblings have all these great things, okay? The youngest has great opportunities for their school. The oldest has like this really cool place and have all these beautiful fur babies. And then my sister, like that's next to me, right? Because again, the oldest here, she has all these things, and my brother does too. And I love them with all my heart, but sometimes I get really jealous, you know? And I know it's not right to go over there and talk about how jealous you are of your siblings. I'm not like, evil jealous. I'm just kind of like, man, I wish I had that, But I'm here with these things. We all have things that the other person wants, okay? And my mom told me last year, because this is the conversation we had. I was like, Mom, I love my siblings, but I'm so jealous of so and so because so and so has this. And I've always wanted that. And my mom's like, okay, honey, if you did have this, right? Say that you did have what you wanted. Are you ready? Right? Because I want to have kids. I want to get married. I want to be married to whoever. Okay? It could be he, she, they, or them. Whoever. I want to be married to somebody that's kind and loving and what. And I want to have kids. I want to adopt children, right? Am I ready right now to raise kids? No, not even close. Am I working towards getting that? Yeah, I am. But last year I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I'm really not. I guess that's why it hasn't opened up to me because if it did open up to me, it would be terrible for my kids, like I'm having this business that I'm building up. It is not a multi-million-dollar company yet, and even if it was a multi-million company, I mean, I'm not going to go over there and run it like, other businesses because this is more of like connecting and being more authentic. So, it would be so much. I would have to try to find how to do my business and have my kids and have my partner. And I'm like, okay, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I can't provide for my children the way that I would want to. So I can't have them right now. I'm not at that point yet. I'm going to be, but it'll come in much later, and that's okay. You have to think about it. If you got all the things that you wanted, would you really be ready? If the answer is no, that's why it hasn't came yet. The door is not open for you because it's not your time. You want to have a hamburger and some fries, but you're going to be getting the whole meal and another door. You just have to wait and work towards it, That being said, again, competition should be fun. Ask yourself if you're ready for this yet. If it's no, but you're working towards it, and really think, okay? Because as much as I would love to have children right now, I'm not financially steady yet to have that because I'm putting all my energy and effort in building my business and making sure that I'm getting things kind of more grounded, right? Because again, my business is like a year and some months old. It's basically a toddler. Okay, it was a baby last year. It's a toddler now. But yeah, okay. Now, let's go into your greatest hopes, fears, advice, and outcomes. Your greatest hope is resentment and a turning point. Your greatest fear is victimization and giving up. So, resentment. Resentment is not about hate. All right? It has to do with hating somebody, yes. Resentment is like this. If there was a zombie apocalypse, right? And you had a chance to save this person, you would let the zombies eat them. Okay? You do not like this person. This person is not your friend. And it's not so much of hate as much as more of like despise. Like, I don't like you with every fiber being bone in my body. And as much as I hate to say it, there's like, hold on, who is that? Okay. I keep having my phone on sound, so I think I'll just have it like that and then have it here. Okay, anywho, it's more than just hate and despising somebody. It's just that, like, you don't want anything to do with them. And that's also resentment. Resentment takes a lot out of people. I'm not going to tell you guys to forgive. I'm not that kind of healer. I think there's some people that deserve forgiveness, and I think some people don't deserve it. And as much as I hate to say it, there's like about 4 or 5 people in this world. I know of all of the people, there's only 5 of these motherfuckers I do not like. If the zombie apocalypse happened and I really it was just me and them, I would let them get eaten, man. Like, look, you have sacrificed yourself to make sure the rest of us, including myself, are out of harm's way. Good job for you for being the selfless one. It's not nice, but it's true. So letting go of the resentments doesn't mean that you forgive them, okay? It just means that you no longer let their actions control you, okay? Now, when it comes to victimization and giving up, a lot of people think about victimization as playing the victim or being the victim. When it comes to people wronging you, okay, whether you're a king, a queen, or a royal in between, whatever it may be, we all have some things that have scarred us, all right, who have marked us, and we can't let it go, and we relive it every day. You have to forgive yourself. Like, here's the thing, work on healing, okay? When it comes to you reliving the situation that has wronged you, things that make you feel very uncomfortable and easy, work on healing. You cannot give up on yourself, Gemini. You have to support yourself. Okay, you have to go over there, take a deep breath, and you are worth it. But if you give up on yourself, then you're going to go over there and fall down. Yes, it is important for people to go over there and support you. Yes, it is important for you to support others, but you have to remember to fill in your own cup, okay? You got to. Because if you don't fill in your own cup and you don't allow yourself to feel what you need to feel and let go, okay, you're going to kind of fall down. You have to make sure that you don't give up on yourself and think that you're not worth it, that you can't do this because of that. For example, all right, I have glaucoma. I'm visually impaired. If I let my disability go over there and say that because I'm visually impaired, because I have this disability, I'm not able to have my own business. I can't have children. I cannot get married. I can't do my own life because I'm not whole. I'm not healthy like other people. Listen here, my disability in my past does not define me. I am not who I used to be. I am who I am now, okay? I have changed and I have adapted to my disability. I don't see my disability as a weakness. I see it as strength. Just because I physically can't see all that well doesn't mean that spiritually I'm blind. It works out. So focus on encouraging yourself, lifting yourself up, and believing that you can do anything. Let go of the things that make you feel small. Work on healing, okay? When you're healing, there's 6 steps. I know everybody going to talk about the 12 steps and the 35 steps and the 2 steps and whatever. There's 6, okay? These are the 6 steps that I follow by because these 6 steps help me. First, forgive yourself. If anybody deserves forgiveness, you deserve forgiveness. You got to forgive yourself for the actions that you put yourself into, okay? Because at the time, you thought it was the right thing. You picked it out and you're like, okay, I know that this may not be the right decision, but I think this is the right decision for me now. You did what you thought was right. Whether you want to cut it, slice it, dice it, whatever, you thought what you did was right at the time you chose to do it. All right? 2, let go of the people that are holding you back. Let go of the anger. Actually, try to let go of the anger, okay? Because there's still some people, like I said before, there's like 5 or 4 people in this world I really don't forgive. I'm not going to turn the other cheek. I have turned all the cheeks I could turn. Okay, I got 4 cheeks, 2 up top and 2 on the bottom. And I have turned them every which way. And I will not turn them anymore. But I'm not going to let these people control my life. I'm going to live my life to the fullest for whatever I want, okay? Now, that being said, 3rd, you're going to work on your triggers. There are going to be some things that are going to set you off. It is called PTSD. PTSD can be for police officers, firefighters, people with stressful and cathartic jobs that you have to see all sorts of traumatic and intense things. This can also be for people who've been through nasty and toxic relationships, physical, sexual, mental, verbal, psychological abuse, manipulations from narcissists and sociopaths and what. That can also be a cause from it. Anything traumatic or dramatic in your life that has been too much for you to handle, that can be PTSD. Okay? Post traumatic stress disorder. It is real, it exists. It is not only for one group of people, it is for a majority of people who have gone through very intense, extreme, and traumatic events. All right? When you work on your triggers, you work on things that set you off, because when you get out, when, like I say, like you're into some heavy toxic relationship, right? You have a very toxic, abusive girlfriend, wife, husband, boyfriend, partner, significant other. And they're very abusive mentally and verbally, and they're always putting you down, and they're hitting you, screaming at you. And you're always on edge because you're just waiting and wondering, what can you do to make things better, right? Hear me out. This is going to help you with your fear. And I know that I'm yapping, but I'm telling you guys real things that will help you, okay? Now, that being said, when you work on the things that set you off, you're able to handle yourself a lot better. For me, I used to hate green vans, okay? Green vans and church music, because the person I had to deal with was a narcissist. And this person would torment me day in and day out, physically and verbally and psychologically and more, okay? They'd always scream, they'd always be in my face, hitting the walls, busting down the doors. And when I got out of the relationship, because I was, I was in charge of a kid, okay? I was a guardian of a child. And I couldn't take that kid with me because I was not the sole parent of that kid. And it sucks that I had to leave him behind, but when I got out of the situation, I didn't understand about triggers, okay? I wish I had somebody that told me about triggers and healing, because when I got out of the situation, I thought I was healed because I didn't have to deal with them anymore. But I wasn't. I had a lot of things that I didn't deal with until much later on in my years, okay? Because like at this time, I was barely in my teens. And I dealt with them for like 6 or 7 years, So, yeah, it wasn't fun. Anyways, that being said, I worked on handling with doors being knocked or loud sounds and things of that nature. I learned how to handle it and be better. Okay, I learned that, okay, when I hear church music, it's not a bad thing, because this person can no longer hurt me anymore. I'm not that small, weak person that I used to be when I was with them. I'm stronger and more capable, I learned to have confidence in myself, and I learned how to deal with certain triggers. Now, there are certain triggers that I have that I'm not letting go. Like anytime somebody says they're kidding, right? It's just a joke. Don't take it so serious. Oh, I just wanted to see your reaction. It's just something funny. Because every time I heard those words, it always meant for something manipulating, It always meant to make me feel like I can't do anything on my own. So even to this day, like 19 or 18 years later, it still freaks with my mind, because it just sends me back like, okay, this isn't really a joke. This person's just being a dick, And they may not be, but you have to learn what sets you off. Now, the fourth one is really fun. Okay, the first 3 steps are super difficult, but the last 3 steps are fun. Fourth one is blocking people. Block them. Block them, Gemini. Don't go over there and allow people who are not worth your time, wasting your time, and what. Block them. Delete, block, no contact on toxic people. I don't care if it's family. I don't care if it's friends. I don't care if it's a coworker. I don't care if it's a significant other or an ex. If they're abusive and toxic, block them off. Now, that being said, right? That being said, you need to also be able to work on loving yourself. That's the 5th step. The 5th step is loving yourself and doing things that you always wanted, because now you're relearning who you are. You had to change when you were in this situation, or when you're in this bad person's presence or whatever. Like, you changed who you used to be, became something that you're not, and now you're coming back to becoming who you used to be. This means you're learning new stuff. Some old things are going to be let go, and some new things are going to be brought up, right? And the sixth step is just connecting with people that resonate with you truly, not who you think you should be with or who you should not be with, but who really fits you, the vibe that goes with your tribe. Now, that being said, your advice ties into powerlessness. So being vulnerable and open, okay? Which is required for what you're afraid of and what you hope to gain. You don't want to be with people that make you feel less. You want to be with people that embrace you and that love you, people that are family, people that are friends, people that are loved ones, all right? And you are absolutely entitled to have that. But be honest with yourself and be honest with other people. Like, hey, if you're making new friends, these are things that you don't want, okay? Like, if I'm making new friends, and I'll probably tell them, like, when I get really close to them and I get to know them a lot better, like, look, there's certain things you should know. You should know about me. One, if you say this, and this, I will not take you seriously, because I just had so many people say those things to me, and it never really, like, it never was really what they said. It just always meant something bad, or my pet peeve is this, or I hope to have that. Like, what kind of person do you want to be around? Be honest, be open with them. Okay? If people don't respect you, then you know where they stand. They made their bed, sleep in it. You're not part of the group. You voted off the island. Okay? Vibe with your tribe, and the tribe has to go with your vibe. And that being said, your outcome is to see things for what they are, new insight and realization. All right? So to summarize y'all's reading, Gemini, go after your goals. Go after your goals, achieve it. All right? At the same time, make sure that you plan and prepare for things that make sense. See situations and opportunities for what they are. Do not forget to lift yourself up and embrace yourself, okay? Encourage yourself, because you got this. You're capable of going after the goals and things that you want for yourself. You are. But make sure that you go after things that make sense, things that allow you to have a little bit of freedom. You can work and you can play. You have time for your family, you have time for yourself. And it just goes with your schedule. Excuse me. Don't forget to use your charm and charisma. Your creativity, the ability to think outside the box, because you guys can be very creative. Use that as well to get opportunities that work for you. And try to take it easy. Don't go over there and rush into anything, okay? All right, as always, remember to slay the day, be happy and be gay. I love you guys so much. Peace out. Bye. Next up is Cancer.